What's up, Lantern fans? It's the Emerald Enthusiast, back with another action figure review. This time, I'll be looking at the McFarlane Toys DC Superpowers figure of Green Lantern Kilowog. Let's have a look at the packaging. On the bottom front, it says McFarlane Toys. There is the Green Lantern Corps logo, similar to Green Lantern Corps number 201. That is Kilowog's first appearance. We also get the DC and Superpowers logos on the top front of the card, and on the back we get product shots of some of the other figures available in this line, as well as a brief bio of Kilowog. Here is Kilowog's biography in 3 different languages. If you would like to read any of these, just hit pause and do so now. The packaging is a card and bubble design, and the figure is clearly visible from all angles. And now let's bust open this package and see what's inside. And here we see Kilowog, free of the package and ready to rumble. If you're a fan of the DC Superpowers line or Kilowog, I think you'll be very pleased if you decide to purchase this figure. However, I do have one major criticism. So let's take a closer look at the loose details now. Let's have a look at the lower body now, and I think McFarlane did an excellent job here. The quadriceps have adequate definition. I really appreciate the way the boots look. This is a very sturdy figure. You can see some definition back here in the calf muscles. I would have appreciated a little bit more sculpting in the hamstrings area, but overall I really appreciate just how massive this lower body is. Now we'll have a look at the torso, and I think that McFarlane made a better choice for this body mold for Kilowog than they did for the DC Multiverse line. Even though Kilowog's abs and obliques are chiseled, he's still very wide, and I think that works very well to represent this character. The top of the uniform is also sculpted here. I didn't expect that, but I really appreciate it. His lats are huge, as you would expect. And I'd like to give McFarlane credit for the sculpting around the trapezius and neck area. There's more detail in several areas of this figure than I expected, and I really appreciate that. Now let's have a look at the arms. And there's plenty of muscle mass here, and that's how it should be. There's a look at the deltoids. The tops of the gloves are sculpted, and I certainly appreciate that. I really like how blocky these hands are, and he only has 4 fingers on each hand, and that is character accurate. And now let's have a look at the ring. So I increased the light to show you the paint and sculpting details on this ring. There's a rough lantern symbol sculpted into the ring. The paint application is not as tight as I wish it were, but overall there are more positives than negatives here. Now let's have a look at the head sculpt, and this is certainly one of the areas where there's more sculpting detail than I thought there would be. McFarlane did a fine job at representing the bulldog motif for Kilowog's appearance. The line work on the mouth is outstanding, as is the sculpting work on the ears. And the shape of the head gives this figure a really cool alien look. And the figure comes with the standard peg holes in the bottom of the feet. Now let's have a look at the articulation, and of course this is the basic DC Superpowers articulation. The figure can kick forward this far. He can step back, so I certainly appreciate that. That helps with posing options. There's a single pin knee, and you can get the figure into a running pose if you wish. Just like the other figures in this line, as well as the original line, there is no articulation in the torso. As you previously saw, the figure does not have elbow joints. Both arms can do a 360 at their respective shoulder joints, and that is the only articulation in the arms. Unfortunately, the head does not move well at all. I can get it to move side to side somewhat, but then it returns to the original position. I'm not sure if this is a quality control issue with my figure or if all of the Kilowog figures are like this. In terms of the scale of this line, this figure is huge. The last survivor of Balavax Vic measures out at over 5.5 inches in height. For a size comparison, here is the figure next to the Mattel Green Lantern movie Battle Shifters Kilowog. And finally, here is Kilowog next to his brothers in green, Hal Jordan and John Stewart. And now I have to talk about the criticism that I have of this figure. As you can see, John and Hal have their own personal power batteries, and Kilowog does not. That is a glaring mistake by McFarlane, and even if this was a production cost issue, I would have been more than happy to pay an extra $1 to have such an essential accessory for this figure. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this review, and please tell all of your friends about this channel. I would certainly appreciate it. And I'll be back with more Green Lantern content soon. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.